Best camera phone. Looking for the best camera phone that can capture stunning photos and smooth, high-quality videos? You're in the right place. In this video, we're taking a look at some of the best camera phones available, comparing their camera quality, video performance, display, battery life, and overall value. So let's get started and find out which one is the best choice for you. Number 5. MIRO C1 Camera Smartphone. Color: black. Category: 4G smartphone. The MIRO C1 is an affordable smartphone built around photography, everyday entertainment, and basic mobile use. One of its biggest highlights is the camera setup. You get a 50MP front camera and a 50MP main rear camera with a secondary 2MP rear sensor. That makes the C1 interesting for casual photos, video calls, and simple content creation. The phone has a 6.56-inch LCD display with a 720 by 1612 resolution and a 90Hz refresh rate. The larger screen should feel comfortable for browsing, videos, and checking photos, although the HD resolution isn't especially sharp compared with higher-end phones. There's 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, with support for expansion up to 256GB. The 5000 mAh battery is another practical feature for everyday use. Pros: 50MP front and 50MP rear camera. 5000 mAh battery. Expandable storage up to 256GB. Cons: 4GB RAM may feel limited for heavy multitasking. 720p display resolution is fairly basic. Water resistance is not provided. Specs and configurations. RAM: 4GB. Storage: 128GB. Expandable storage, up to 256GB. Display: 6.56-inch LCD. Resolution: 720 by 1612. Refresh rate: 90Hz. Rear camera: 50MP plus 2MP. Front camera: 50MP. Battery: 5000 mAh. SIM: dual nano SIM. Video: 720p at 30 fps. Connectivity: LTE, Wi-Fi, 4G. Color: black. Overall, the MIRO C1 looks like a practical option for someone who wants a large display, big battery, plenty of basic storage, and a camera focus setup without needing a high-end phone. Number 4. MIRO C67 4G Smartphone. Color: blue. Weight: 192g. Category: 4G smartphone. If you want a phone with a really big screen without carrying something too heavy, the MIRO C67 is worth a look. This model features a 6.75-inch HD plus LCD display with a 90Hz refresh rate, making it suited for watching videos, browsing social media, and everyday entertainment. The 720 by 1600 resolution is fairly basic, so don't expect the sharpness of a premium smartphone. For photography, there's a 13MP AI dual rear camera and a 5MP front camera. They're designed more for everyday snapshots and casual video calls than serious photography. Inside, you get 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, with support for expandable storage up to 1TB. That's useful if you keep lots of photos, videos, or other files. The 4900 mAh battery should be practical for everyday use, and there's also a 3.5mm headphone jack and USB-C port. Android 14 comes installed, while the phone also supports dual SIM use. Pros: large 6.75-inch 90Hz display. Expandable storage up to 1TB. Lightweight 192G design. Cons: 720p class display resolution is basic. 4GB RAM may limit heavier multitasking. Not water resistant. Specs and configurations. RAM: 4GB. Storage: 64GB. Expandable storage, up to 1TB. Processor: ARM Cortex-A5, 2.2 GHz. Display: 6.75-inch LCD. Resolution: 720 by 1600. Refresh rate: 90Hz. Rear camera: 13MP AI dual camera. Front camera: 5MP. Battery: 4900 mAh. Operating system: Android 14. SIM: dual SIM. Headphone jack: 3.5mm. USB, Type-C. Weight, 192 g. Color, blue. Cellular, 4G. Overall, the MIRO C67 makes the most sense for someone who prioritizes a large display, expandable storage, and basic everyday features in a lightweight phone. Number 3. TELESIN Magnetic Phone Creator Kit. Color, white plus silver. Weight, 0.01 kilograms. If you create videos or take a lot of photos with your phone, the TELESIN Fun Shot Creator Kit is a pretty convenient little setup. This bundle combines a magnetic phone camera grip with a C03 magnetic selfie light. The grip includes a wireless shutter button, giving your phone more of a camera-style feel when shooting photos or video. The magnetic selfie light adds another useful touch. It has a 360-degree rotating design and a built-in mirror, so you can adjust the light while checking your framing. Both pieces can be used separately or together. The magnetic system works with MagSafe-compatible iPhones, and an included magnetic ring helps with Android phones. The compact design also makes the kit easy to carry for travel or everyday content creation. Just keep in mind that a tripod is not included, so you'll need a separate one if that's important to your setup. Pros. Grip and selfie light work individually or together. Magnetic mounting is convenient. Compact design for travel and content creation. Cons. Tripod is not included. Android phones may require the included magnetic ring. Mainly designed for smartphone photography and video. Specs and configurations. Brand, TELESIN. Kit, camera grip plus C03 magnetic selfie light. Color, white plus silver. Grip, wireless shutter button. Light, LED magnetic selfie light. Light adjustment, 360 degrees rotation. Built-in mirror, yes. Compatibility, MagSafe compatible iPhone and Android phones. Weight, 0.01 kilograms. Dimensions, 1.18 by 1.18 by 1.18 inches. Tripod, not included. Overall, the TELESIN Fun Shot Creator Kit looks like a useful choice for phone-based creators who want a more camera-like grip and some extra lighting without carrying a large setup. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. Color, black. Weight, 192 g. Category, 5G smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy A17 5G is built for people who want a modern everyday phone with a strong display, versatile cameras, and long-term software support. Starting with a screen, you get a 6.7-inch FHD Plus Super AMOLED display. It should be a great fit for watching videos, browsing, and everyday scrolling, although the listed refresh rate is 60 Hz. For photography, Samsung gives you a triple rear camera setup with a 50MP main camera, plus 5MP and 2MP sensors. There's also a 13MP front camera, while video recording supports up to 4K at 30 frames per second. The 5000 mAh battery is paired with super-fast charging, and the phone supports 5G, NFC, Bluetooth, and USB-C connectivity. Another standout is durability. The A17 5G has an IP54 rating, Gorilla Glass Victus on the front, and a reinforced polymer back. Samsung also promises 6 OS upgrades and 6 years of security updates. Pros. 6.7-inch FHD Plus Super AMOLED display. 50MP triple rear camera system. 6 years of security updates. Cons. 60 Hz refresh rate is fairly standard. 4 GB RAM may be limiting for heavy multitasking. No 3.5mm headphone jack. Specs and configurations. RAM, 4 GB. Storage, 128 GB. Expandable storage, up to 2 TB. Display, 6.7-inch AMOLED. Resolution, 1880 by 2340. Refresh rate, 60 Hz. Rear cameras, 50MP plus 5MP plus 2MP. Front camera, 13MP. Video, up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Battery, 5000 mAh. Operating system, Android 15, One UI 8.0. Connectivity, 5G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, USB-C. SIM, dual nano SIM. Water resistance, IP54. Weight, 192 g. Color, black. Warranty, 1 year manufacturer warranty. Overall, the Galaxy A17 5G looks like a solid everyday smartphone for someone who values a quality AMOLED display, flexible cameras, expandable storage, and long-term software support. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy A16 4G. Color, black. Weight, 200 g. Category, 4G LTE smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy A16 4G is a straightforward budget phone that focuses on giving you a good-sized display, capable cameras, and a large battery. Up front, there's a 6.7-inch AMOLED display with a 1080 by 2340 resolution and a 90 Hz refresh rate. That combination should make everyday scrolling, video watching, and browsing feel smooth while keeping images relatively sharp. For cameras, the A16 has a triple rear setup built around a 50MP main camera, along with a 2MP macro camera, plus additional rear camera hardware. The 13MP front camera handles selfies and video calls. Power comes from a 5000 mAh battery, and you get 128 GB of internal storage with support for expansion up to 1 TB. The phone also has dual SIM support, USB-C, fingerprint recognition, and stereo speakers. One important limitation is carrier compatibility. In the US, this particular international 4G model is listed as compatible only with T-Mobile and its supported MVNOs, so it's worth checking your carrier before buying. It also does not support eSIM. Pros: 6.7-inch 90 Hz AMOLED display, 50MP main rear camera, 5000 mAh battery with expandable storage. Cons: US carrier compatibility is limited. No eSIM support. Power adapter is not included. Specs and configurations: RAM, 4 GB. Storage, 128 GB. Expandable storage, up to 1 TB. Processor, MediaTek Helio, 2 GHz. Display, 6.7-inch AMOLED. Resolution, 1080 by 2340. Refresh rate, 90 Hz. Rear cameras, 50MP triple camera system. Front camera, 13MP. Video, up to 1080p. Battery, 5000 mAh. SIM, dual nano SIM. Connectivity, 4G LTE. USB, Type-C. Weight, 200 g. Color, black. eSIM, not supported. Overall, the Galaxy A16 4G looks like a sensible option for everyday use if you want a sharp AMOLED display, a big battery, and Samsung's familiar software experience. Just make sure the international model works with your carrier before purchasing.